This episode is all about one of the biggest problems in business. When Bruce Butler started out back in 2015, it was just me. With one real aim, like many startups, was to just survive. And by surviving, that meant trying to meet as many contacts as I could, trying to speak to as many people as I could, trying to build a customer base, trying to develop the services we wanted to offer, and then ultimately was the delivery of those services to a standard that made sure we kept, retained, and improved our customer base all the time. Because it was just me, we had no frameworks, no policies, no procedures, no real structure to work to. And essentially that allowed me to be flexible, allowed me to do all of those things without thinking too much, without having to speak to other people and communicate. It was just a case of, Matt, go out there, go and win that business, go and develop those services, and go and try and grow the company. Then we took on our very first employee. The moment you do that is one of the most daunting things I think I've ever experienced in business. That idea of trust, giving up the thing you obsess about all the time, letting somebody else take a share of that responsibility. And for me, that was a really big thing and something that we'll talk about certainly in other videos too. But the point of it today is I had no onboarding process. I had no way of making sure that that individual felt supported, was introduced to the business in the right way, understood their role, understood what was expected of them. And thankfully, the employee that I took on at that moment in time was somebody who I implicitly trusted and was fantastic, understood the services, and wanted to help and contribute in exactly the right way. But as you continue to grow and scale, relying on no framework, no real structure, and a bit of a haphazard way of working, it doesn't work, it doesn't support you, and if anything, you become really inefficient and it costs you money, and ultimately employees do not feel supported in the business, and it begins to take its toll on everybody, including the business owner. That weakness was something that we recognised very early on, and as of last Friday, we completed our stage 1 ISO 9001 and also ISO 27001 certification audits. With hopefully in the coming months, next couple of months, we should have our stage 2 audit, and following that we'll be certified. And for anybody that doesn't know, ISO 9001 is an international management system which is based all around quality. So how you deliver your service, how you onboard your clients, how you deal with complaints, how you deal with onboarding employees, how you deal with their training, all sort of stuff like that, which is absolutely fantastic and has really built an amazing foundation for us to build on as we continue to scale and grow. ISO 27001 is an international standard based all around information security and an information security management system. This is something that we also offer to our clients, so it's absolutely paramount that we practice what we preach, we implement that best practice into our organisation, so as we do scale and grow over the next few years, we're going to be supported in how we do that from an information security perspective. So the biggest problem in our business is actually me. And when I say me, I mean an owner and a manager of the business. And I've learned that through our ISO 27001 and 9001 journey as we've been to build up these policies and frameworks, is actually that I don't need to be involved in the detail. I'm going to sign off the policies, I'm going to sign off the procedures, I've got ultimate accountability in terms of those frameworks, but actually I don't need to be involved in the detail. My role in the organisation in leading it is actually I should be taking a strategic view, and I should be making sure that we shape the future of where we're going and supporting everybody on that journey so we all pull in the right direction to make sure that we get there. So how do we make sure that big problem doesn't trip us up in our business? It's actually quite simple. It goes back to trust, it goes back to your employees and the people around you. You've got to trust them. You put them there for a reason. They're the right people to have around you. And certainly at Bruce Butler, I am really, really fortunate that the people I've got around me and the people we've employed and the culture that we've built and the team that we have is fantastic. And I couldn't wish for anything better. And that's it for our first ever vlog. Thanks for joining us. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, do all those normal things that we do on YouTube. and support us as we carry on this journey, and hopefully provide you guys with some interesting content and maybe some things you can take away for your own businesses as we move forward. We've also got some really exciting news coming up. We are going to be launching our new podcast, which will see like-minded business owners, chief execs and CEOs joining us in our office to discuss their business, how their journey started, and ultimately where their journey is also going. So please, please, please join us for that.